In this lecture of metric space, we will study open sets and interior of a set in detail. We start by this theorem that the subset O of metric space X is open if and only if O is a union of a family of open spheres. To prove this, firstly we suppose that set O is the union of open spheres and lambda. We will prove that the set O is open. To prove that O is open, we will prove that every point of set O is an interior point of O. Let us take an arbitrary point X belongs to O. X belongs to O and O is the union of n lambda. This means X belongs to n lambda for some lambda. But n lambda is open set, so every point which belongs to n lambda will belong to the interior point of n lambda. Hence, there must be an open sphere about this point X. NXR such that NXR is contained in n lambda. Now, we have NXR is contained in n lambda, and because O is the union of n lambda, therefore O contains n lambda for every value of lambda. So n lambda contains a O, therefore NXR is contained in O. Clearly, NXR is contained in n lambda is contained in O, therefore NXR is contained in O. This shows that every point taken in O is an interior point of O. Hence, O must be an open set. To prove converse part, let us assume that O is open. We will prove that set O is a union of family of open spheres. To prove this, let us take a point A belongs to O. O is an open set. If A belongs to O, this means A is an interior point of O. A is an interior point of O means there exists an open sphere about point A by taking center A such that an A is contained in O. Now A is chosen as any arbitrary point of O, and which implies an A is contained in O. So we can see that O can be written as union of an A for every A belongs to O. This proves that O is the union of family of open spheres. So this proves the theorem that the subset O of metric space X is open if and only if O is a union of family of open spheres. So, as a corollary to this theorem, we say that arbitrary union of open sets is always open. In next theorem, we will prove that finite intersections of open sets is open. To prove that finite intersection of open sets is open, we take two open sets G1 and G2. Let us denote G1 intersection G2 by G. Now we will prove that set G is open. This will prove that intersection of two open sets G1 and G2 will also be open. To prove this, to prove that G is open, we take any point X, arbitrary point X in G. X belongs to G means X belongs to G1 intersection G2. This means X belongs to G1 as well as X belongs to G2. As G1 is an open set, there exists an open sphere about X. Let us say NXR1 such that NXR1 is contained in G1. Set G2 is open. This means X belongs to G2 means there exists open sphere NXR2 such that NXR2 is contained in G2. Now, NX R1 contained in G1 and NX R2 is contained in G2. Let us define R as the minimum of R1 and R2. Now, defining R as the minimum of R1 and R2, we note NXR, if you take a open sphere about center X with radius R, this sphere will be contained in NX R1 because R is the minimum of R1 and R2. Also, NXR is contained in NX R2. So, NX R1 is contained in G1 and NX R2 is contained in G2. This means NXR is contained in G1 and NXR is contained in G2, which shows that NXR contained in G1 as well as G2. So, NXR is contained in G1 intersection G2, which is equal to G. So, this proves that NXR is contained in G. So, what we have proved? We have taken arbitrary point X in G and we have proved that there exists an open sphere N about X with radius R which is contained in G. This proves that set G is open. So, this proves that finite intersection of open sets is open. Here, in this remark, we will prove that arbitrary intersection of open sets may not be open. In the theorem, we have seen that finite intersection of open set is open. But now here, in this remark, we will consider this set X equal to R. And if you take example of open sets Gn, open interval 0 to 1 plus 1 by n, where n belongs to natural numbers, and it is easy to see that Gn, these intervals are open in real line for every value of n. And we will see here that in spite of these Gn's being open, their arbitrary intersection of Gn's may not be open. So, G is the arbitrary intersection of these Gn's. What is Gn? Gn is the open interval 0 to 1 plus 1 by n. If you take n equal to 1, this will be open interval 0 to 1 plus 1 by 1, that is 0 to 2. If you choose n equal to 2, this open interval will be 0 to 1 plus 1 by 2 and so on. So, we see that point 1 belongs to every Gi. Every Gi, whatever the value of I is. So, 1 belongs to every Gi, that means 1 belongs to the intersection of Gi's. So, here we put the closed bracket on 1 because 1 belongs to the intersection of these open intervals Gi's and open interval on 0. So, the intersection set is open at open interval 0 to 1 closed interval. So, this means that this point 1 belongs to the intersection, but 1 does not belongs to the interior of G, because if you take this point 1 and to check that 1 is interior point of G or not, you have to consider an open set about G, that is the open interval about this point 1. That will go out from G. So, 1 does not belong to the interior of G, which proves that G is not open. So, here arbitrary intersection of open sets may not be open is clear from this example. Next, in this theorem, this is a very important theorem about the property of interior of set A. We will prove that A interior is the largest open set contained in A. To prove this, we will see that A interior is always contained in A, which is obvious. We have done the definition of interior of set and we have seen the examples of A interior, how to find the interior of set. So, it is clear that A interior is always contained in the set A itself. And now we will prove that A interior set is always open. To prove this, let us write denote A interior by set B. Now we want to prove that set B is open. This will prove that A interior is open. To prove that B is open, let us take an arbitrary point A belongs to B. And now we will prove that there exists an open sphere about A which is contained in B. This will prove that A is an interior point of B. So let us start. Taking any A belongs to B and V is defined as interior, this means A belongs to A interior. If A belongs to A interior, this implies there exists an open sphere NAR such that NAR is contained in A. This is by definition of A interior. And let us take B belongs to NAR. Another point B belongs to NAR, to this sphere. Now NAR is open. This means there exists an open sphere NBR star such that NBR star is contained in NAR. Now NBR star is contained in NAR, as NAR is contained in A, which implies that NBR star will be contained in A. So there is a point B belongs to NAR and there exists an open sphere about this point B. So with radius R star, and this open sphere is contained in A, which implies that B belongs to A interior, right? Now B belongs to A interior. So that is B belongs to NAR. Then B belongs to B. A interior is what? We denoted A interior by B. Now B belongs to B shows that this sphere NAR is contained in B. Hence every member of B is an interior point of B. Further, in part 3 of this theorem, we will prove that A interior is the largest open set contained in A. In the second part, we have proved that A interior is open. Now in third part, we will prove that it is in fact the largest open set contained in A. Let us take G be an open subset of A. Take any x arbitrary point of G. G is an open set, so there exists an open sphere NXR dash such that NXR dash is contained in G, but G is contained in A. Here we have taken G as open subset of A. Therefore NXR dash contained in G and G contained in A means NXR dash is contained in A. This means that there exists open sphere NXR dash about point X and this open sphere is contained in A, proves that X belongs to A interior. So we taken X belongs to G and this shows that X belongs to A interior, which implies that G is contained in A interior. So A interior is an open set, and when it is compared to another open set G of A, we proved that A interior contains this open set. So here it is clear that A interior is the largest open set contained in A. As a corollary to this, we conclude that A is open if and only if A is equal to A interior. Corollary 2 says that A interior is equal to union of set G, where G is contained in A and G is open set. So these are the properties of interior of a set. Thank you.